Ladies and gentlemen, we have a major announcement. As you guys know, a few weeks back, we opened up our official SteelTwins merch shop with Spreadshirt.com, specifically shop.spreadshirt.com/SteelTwins. The link to that will be down in the description box, as well as pinned at the top of the comment section. But specifically today, we are here to announce
that a new t-shirt has been released on our merch store.
If you follow us on Twitter, at SteelTwins, or if you were part of the live stream that we had with Just Blaze 412, huge shout out to him with the live reactions, you guys already know what it's about. But the official release of the Big Play Clay t-shirt design, man. Chase Claypool is a baller. He is here to play. He is going to be, very shortly, our number one receiver.
No doubt about it, man. Chase came to ball.
He is an absolute monster, and no better way to come out with this t-shirt than right now, right here, today, after his big game. 4 touchdowns.
For a rookie with no preseason.
3 receiving touchdowns, one of them a game stealer, one of them he missed, by the way, which we'll get into later, as well as a rushing touchdown, which was actually his first touchdown of this very game.
4 touchdowns for Big Play Clay.
And he is definitely the highlight, the player of the game of this game for the Steelers and Eagles game, which was definitely a barn burner. It was definitely a heart attack. It was a heartache for the Steelers' part. As we expected, we were hoping that this would be like a blowout when we shut down the Eagles, but you can never say that with confidence, especially when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We all know this was somewhat of a trap game, especially coming off a bye, them coming into our home. We had this sense of nervousness. Is that a word? Coming into this game, and it turned out to be true. The nerves were correct. But we still won the game, 38-29, I believe. And we are 4-0 for the first time since 1979. Since before the 80s, man, before most of us were even thought of.
It's crazy, man. 4-0. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, when it came to this game, we got lucky.
Yeah.
I honestly say we got lucky to come out with this win.
Now, we got the win. We advanced to 4-0. Not going to lie, it does not feel like 4-0.
No, it don't.
We are one of the few undefeated teams remaining in the league, but it does not feel like 4-0. But I will take it. A win is a win. But it was definitely sloppy, and I agree with Rob. We somewhat got lucky.
Yeah, and I will give the Eagles a tremendous amount of credit. They came in with injuries out the ass, literally nothing but pretty much a practice squad-filled team pretty much, especially on offense. And they came to ball. They came to ball, and they pretty much blew everybody's expectations away.
And they pretty much, not necessarily down to the wire, but they definitely...
They kept it close.
Yes. It was a little too close for comfort in many aspects of this game, throughout the whole game, throughout all 60 minutes, to be real with you. But I guess we'll start with the Steelers' offense, man. Of course, Chase Claypool, 4 fucking touchdowns. 3 of them were receiving, 1 of them rushing. He finished the game with 7 receptions for 110 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Insane, man.
In which he should have had 4 touchdowns.
But that was taken back because the referees don't know what the heck a pass interference is.
Yes, they thought that he had Chase Claypool specifically had an offensive pass interference on. I forget who the defensive back was. By the way, Chase Claypool absolutely slayed Slay.
Yeah, Darius Slay got, I'd say, owned
by Chase Claypool.
Rookie.
Clay cooked Slay. That's all I got to say. But, yeah, he got an offensive pass interference on what would have been his initial 4th touchdown of the game. When, if you look at the replay, the defensive back clearly tripped over Claypool on his foot, and Claypool was adjusting to catch the ball. He barely touched the defender.
Exactly.
The dude tripped. That was a bullshit pass interference. There were a few bad calls for the Steelers, and I'm not even going to lie. The Eagles, there was this one pass interference, I think it was on Darius Slay early in the game, that gave Claypool his first touchdown of the game. It was like a 3rd and long or something. Or it would have been a 3rd and long because the pass was incomplete and went out of bounds, but the refs called it a defensive pass interference.
Yeah.
When it wasn't, there was contact, but the ball was clearly uncatchable, was already out of bounds. No way it was going to be catchable.
Yeah, the refs in this game called so many flags. It was ridiculous.
On both sides of the ball, to be real with you.
And they were real. It was ridiculous, dude. Some of these were illogical, stupid, and not necessary.
No.
They really weren't.
Not at all. The refs were absolutely horrible in this game for both sides of the ball. More so the Steelers. There were definitely some blatant bad calls for the Steelers in this game. I know that sounds biased, but believe me, there was a pass interference on Claypool. There was a roughing the passer on Vince Williams, which I don't understand. Like, the dude's already charging at him before he even releases the ball. How is that a pass or roughing the passer?
Yeah, how's he supposed to stop himself? What the hell? Do you like Jim Carrey in The Mask when the cop told him to freeze? Is he supposed to freeze right there and then? Like, what the hell, man? Come on.
But other than that, the offense, statistically and in terms of points, they actually had a good game. However, I will say most of the play calling in this game was not favorable in my opinion because it was just the same shit. It was constant shotgun, constant running back draws out of the shotgun that got literally like 2 yards. James Conner was nothing but 25-yard carry, and that's it. Ray McLeod got this great 58-yard run on a reverse. That was great. Ray, man, he's fast as hell. I'm glad we kept him over Switzer.
Oh, absolutely.
But
dude.
it was just constant, same predictable play calling in the shotgun, the draws. I don't know how many times we did the same motions with Claypool and even Johnson. He got hurt. He was out for the game, but
yeah, Ray was even in there as well. We were seeing the same plays continuously, and even from games before, with the Broncos and the Giants and shit like that. Yeah, the Texans.
But specifically today, how many times are we going to see single back and then Claypool motion across the field just for them to give it to Connor, and it does nothing? It's just the same exact play calling. Fichtner has no originality. He is so lazy. It's so predictable.
And you're going to do that against an Eagles defensive line that is dominant.
And you have no fullback.
I get Derek Watt is hurt, but it can't hurt to put Vance McDonald in there and run some I for him.
Right.
It cannot hurt one bit.
They're not opening the playbook, man. It's just the same shit. It was stressful. Now, the team scored, mostly Claypool. Most of his touchdowns were just wide open touchdowns, great on Claypool and yards after catch and stuff like that, but that's Claypool for you.
Yeah.
He can get open. He can make some big plays. He can adjust. He can catch the ball. He's got speed. He's got height. Ben already loves him. And this dude better see some more time on the field. I don't know how you take him off the field after this game.
No, you need to give him more opportunities.
Seriously.
And the opportunities he's already getting, he's making the most of. Each play that he's made has been absolutely remarkable.
Yes. This dude is a baller. He was this entire offense. He did most of the scoring for us, clearly. 4 touchdowns. James Conner got a rushing touchdown. Good for him. But that's about it. Yeah, Chase Claypool was our offense. Ben had a good game. 3 touchdowns, no picks. 240 yards. Not too bad. But good to see Claypool step up and make plays, man. This guy is going to be a baller. Kevin Colbert has struck another wide receiver gem in the draft. And I'm honestly going to say, I know it's just one game. It's definitely too early to tell. But when it's all said and done, he might be the best wide receiver gem that Colbert has hit since coming into his GM role. And yes, I'm possibly even going to say putting that over Antonio Brown. I know it's early. I know it's one game. It's still early to tell. The Eagles' defense is horrid. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just too high on Claypool.
Now, the performance he had today put him in a discussion, I guess you can say, with some notable Hall of Famers.
Yeah, he was the 4th rookie, I think. I forget the exact extent, but he was one of the few rookies to score 4 touchdowns in a single game. That was with Emmitt Smith, Gale Sayers, Jim Brown, and I forget
Earl
the other
Campbell.
One. Yeah.
And you can add Chase Claypool to that discussion. He's in there with some great-ass company.
Hall of Famers. Chase Claypool.
What does that say about Chase, man? Mapletron has arrived.
Big Play Clay has arrived, man. Seriously. Now on to the defense. This defense was
not great.
Not great at all. This defense was absolutely horrible. This was the closest that I've seen this defense get to 2015. And we know how bad that was.
Yeah, I don't even want to look back at those days.
Those were the years we were last in everything. It was absolutely horrible. Stressful years.
And it's funny because in no way are we, underestimating the Eagles or throwing them away or anything,
no.
what they did. Because the Eagles came the ball big time.
I'll give them that, yeah.
But their offense, outside of Wentz and I'd say Miles Sanders, is a practice squad team. And Zach Ertz.
They have literally no receivers. But the guy named of Travis Fulgham finished the game with 10 receptions for 152 yards and a touchdown. I doubt this man's even going to see those numbers ever again in his career. Who in the hell is Travis Fulgham? And he has 10 receptions for 150 yards and a touchdown on this secondary?
And which we all proclaim is so great. And I still think this defense is great, but I don't know what the fuck this defense was doing tonight. They allowed 29 points, the most that they have allowed, and I'd probably say since last year.
That was who in the hell is Travis Fulgham? I'm still boggling my mind. He hasn't even been on the active roster for 2 weeks.
No, and he just had a remarkable game that I'm sure he'll never forget.
And then Miles Sanders scored, I believe, the first touchdown for the Eagles. It was a 74-yard rushing touchdown. Now, that's all he had. He had 80 yards total today. So you take that play away, then he only has like 6 yards.
Yeah.
So that's impressive on the Steelers' rushing defense. The issue with that play is, one, it was a 3rd and 9, so of course they tricked the Steelers team. But there were a ton of missed tackles, specifically on Mike Hilton, who had a pretty mediocre game. He did have a sack, in this game, but he was getting beat in coverage by Fulgham, by other guys, and he missed the tackle on Miles Sanders, which if he would have made that tackle, they wouldn't have scored. Yeah. They would have punted right there. So not only that, but the second touchdown they allowed was Bud Dupree should have finished the sack.
It was a 3rd down. We allowed pressure on Wentz. Bud Dupree had him. It's just that Wentz is a slippery bastard.
He is a slippery bastard. So, but Bud Dupree got to finish that. If those 2 plays happen, they don't score those first 2 touchdowns, and that momentum for the Eagles possibly dies right there.
Yeah, this game could have been a complete blowout
if it weren't for those 2 plays.
Exactly.
So not only were missed tackles an issue that, of course, we were trying to get away from all the other previous years.
Mm-hmm.
3rd down defense was absolutely horrible. There was at one point I read that the Eagles specifically had 10 straight 3rd down conversions. The Eagles, with no offensive line, no receivers, and a rushing game that only made 1 play and got lucky.
Exactly. Yeah, this defense was, I'd honestly say, atrocious. Yes, they had 5 sacks. Yes, they had 2 picks by Steven Nelson. Big props to Steven Nelson. But overall, this defense was bad.
Horrible. And if it was against top competition, man, who knows how many more points they could have scored. I don't know what it is with this defense. I don't know if it's miscommunication. I don't know if it's the specific person calling it. I don't know if Butler's calling plays again and Tomlin is just sticking with head coaching, because there were rumors that Tomlin called the defense last year, and that's why it was so good. Now they put the playbook in Butler's hands again, and now we're seeing what the defense looks like, which looks like a total Keith Butler ran defense. Yeah. So maybe that's the case. I don't know.
I really don't know. But whatever it is, they need to fix their shit, because with this amount of talent, this defense can be unstoppable. But we
all know it can
not.
be. Look what it did last year, and we only lost Javon Hargrave.
Yeah. Everyone's pretty much just, still with the team. Tyson Alualu's filled great for Javon Hargrave.
Yeah,
but
so it's like,
I don't know what the hell it was with this team.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what changed, but change it back.
Yeah. Seriously.
Something has went wrong, and it's just not only the Steelers defense, but this whole team is so inconsistent.
Yeah, that's the problem with this defense. It's always inconsistent.
Yeah.
I really don't get it.
I want to give a shout out to Just Blaze again, man. That's something he really made a valid point in his live stream and in his post-game reaction was this team is so inconsistent. And we're not going to succeed if this team remains inconsistent.
Exactly,
It does not win you anything. And against top competition, which is coming in the coming weeks,
yes.
We got the Ravens that are coming off a bye. We got Dallas coming soon. They're better than what their record shows. We know what their offense is capable of. And, of course, who am I missing?
Titans.
If
they're not full of COVID,
Again. But still.
Yeah, listen, if they allow Travis Fulgham, a pretty much nobody, to do this, I can only imagine what would have happened if Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson were playing. And those guys are way out of their prime, but they're way better than Fulgham.
I'd imagine.
So imagine if they were playing.
Again, who the hell is Travis Fulgham?
Whatever it is, this defense needs to... They need to get their shit together.
This defense was horrible. Coverage is bad. Mike Hilton is allowing big plays in coverage.
Steven Nelson, yeah, he had 2 picks, but he's allowing, receivers to fucking shred him. Same with Joe Hayden.
Dude, they both regressed. I don't know what it is with Joe Hayden. It seems like he's really showing his age. Steven Nelson's regressed from last year. He allowed 0 touchdowns last year. And now, compared to this year, I know he's allowed 2. I don't know if he allowed any more coming into this game. But, again, man, missed tackles, blown coverage, plays up the middle, and just third down conversion. Third down defense was absolutely horrendous. Pass rush was pretty good. T.J. Watt got hurt, but I think it was apparently a separated shoulder, or a popped out shoulder, whatever it's actually called. He popped it back in place, came back in. So
so that goes to show how tough T.J. Watt is. But hopefully he's
Watt's
okay.
a monster. He made a sack on the first drive.
Yeah, it's actually his birthday today, so huge happy birthday to T.J. Watt. But hopefully he's okay. It would suck to lose him because he's our best defensive player.
Yeah.
If he goes, I think our entire defense goes.
Right.
I'm being honest.
So it's just I don't know what it's about this defense, what changed, but something's got to change or change back or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they need to get their shit
everyone's
together.
playing off, especially the secondary. Even Minka missed a tackle, looking like Mike Mitchell out there. Well, you remember the Mike Mitchell days where all you used to do was just hit the receiver and not actually wrap him up, and then the dude would get like 15 fucking yards extra?
Exactly.
That's what happened.
It's not good. It's not good. This defense needs to be more consistent. This entire team needs to be more consistent because you see all the other top-notch teams. Yes, we're 4-0. I'm happy we're 4-0.
It don't feel like it, though.
It don't. Only the Steelers can make you feel that way. You see all these other top-notch teams that are more consistent and more dominant. What happens if we have to face them? What the Eagles did? Imagine the Chiefs.
Yeah. Now, again, this is a typical Tomlin special. Normally they show up big and against bigger competition. That's been the model for the Steelers for the longest time. But still, man, it was a pretty ugly win, I'd say. Chase Claypool was definitely the player of the game. He won us the game. He won us this game, was Chase Claypool. He won us this game. Other than that, everything else was just a little off.
Yeah, it was.
Very off.
Hopefully we can use this time to look back at this game and try to fix some shit that we need to. Yeah, because this is around the time where we need to be the defense that we all know that they can be.
And now we have no bye weeks since we were screwed out of our Week 8 bye.
Yeah, so they need to be on point. They need to be on their A game 24/7.
Yes. So that's our reaction, guys, man. Let us know your guys' thoughts down below. Again, the Chase Claypool Big Play Clay t-shirt is out. The link to that will be down in the description box as well as pinned at the top of the comment section if you guys want to check it out, man. Any support would be greatly appreciated. And next week we have the Cleveland Browns. I'm excited for this, man. I'm hoping we can shut them up, show them who's boss, knock them off their hot streak, and just, show them and show them who's king of the North again. They're saying all this shit. Oh, we have a chance. We're 3-1. You guys are the Browns. Shut up. Okay? And next week we're going to show you who's boss. I guarantee you. And we got your owner back, Ben Roethlisberger. I can't wait, man. You guys can expect a preview in the next coming days about the Cleveland Browns, man. But
absolutely. You don't want to miss that.
No, you do not. So give us your guys' thoughts down below, man. Great to have the win, 4-0. It don't feel like it, but I'll take it. Got to fix up on some minor stuff, man. And we got the Cleveland Browns coming up next. So see you guys then, man.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!